Jyoti, why are you demanding the reinvestigation of the 26/11 Mumbai Terror Attack and the investigation of the wrongful death of Mumbai Police Officer Mr. Karkare, Mr. Kamte, and Mr. Salaskar by National Investigation Agency? And why are you coming forward now to fight to get justice for Kaliya Saheb, Captain Saurabh Kalia, and recently beheaded Shivanandan Naik Hemraj?
Sure. I grew up in Mumbai listening to very emotional patriotic songs like "ए मेरे वतन के लोगों" and "कर चले हम पिता जान तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों." After Kargil war and especially after 26/11 Mumbai Terror Attack, these songs don't just make me emotional but makes me absolutely angry watching the corrupt politicians, IB officials and police being more interested playing internal ugly politics and being busy in robbing the country at state level than getting united as one nation to work towards combating terror, securing our borders, making country safe and protecting citizens' life and liberty. It hurts that patriotism, human life and humanity have zero value in India. अपने शहीद अपना वतन हमारे भरोसे छोड़ गए, जिसे हम सुरक्षित रखने की कोशिश करने के बजाय अपने नेताओं को अपना वतन सरेआम बेचते हुए चुपचाप देख रहे हैं। लानत है हम पर। The Kargil war wouldn't have taken place, or at least we would have lost minimum number of human lives in that war if Rao and IB officials would have been more vigilant and responsible than Jammu Kashmir resident named Mr. Tashi Namgyal. On 2nd May 1999, after Tashi was looking for his lost yak around mountainous area near LOC, noticed through his binoculars that Pakistanis were crossing our borders and have entered our side of LOC area. He literally ran to inform our army officials at nearby base, and after 4 days, around 6th May, Defense Minister Mr. George Fernandes was informed about the situation by our authorities. If that's the case, then why government is spending crores of citizens' money on IB? Shahid Captain Saurabh Kalia of the 4th JAT Regiment was the first Indian Army officer to observe and report large-scale intrusion by the Pakistani Army into the Indian side of the line of control in the Kargil sector of Jammu and Kashmir. He and 5 soldiers were captured on May 15, 1999 and were in captivity for 22 days. The bodies were handed over to the Indian authorities on June 9, 1999. The autopsy report of the Captain Saurabh and the 5 soldiers revealed extreme torture, including cigarette burns, pierced eardrums with hot rods, and chopped off limbs and private organs before finally shooting them dead. After running pillar to post helplessly for 13 years, Kalia family knocked at the Supreme Court doors. It's heartbreaking that court was initially It's heartbreaking that court was initially reluctant to issue notice on the grounds that the matter involved 2 countries and the Indian government should take up the issues with the International Court of Justice. But court was told that Captain Saurabh Kalia's family has made every effort to seek justice. They had requested the defense minister, which in turn said that matter has been referred to the Prime Minister's office. The Prime Minister's office said the matter was under the consideration of the External Affairs Ministry. The court finally gave Central the 10 days time in December 2012 to respond to the petition, and after 3 months, Kalia family yet to hear from government. This heinous crime took place in May-June of year 1999. Until date, the mother-father who lost their 23 years young son for the country in such a brutal way, running around after 13 years to get justice. How inhuman, insensitive government and we citizens can be to fell Kaliya family and Shahid Saurabh's sacrifices by giving them cold shoulder. If Prime Minister Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee would have conveyed strong message by taking Saurabh's killer to International Court of Law through UN back in 1999 under charges of violation of Geneva Convention, then Pakistani soldiers would have thought 100 times before beheading Hemraj, an Indian young Jawan, on 8th Jan 2013, this year. In a provocative attack on January 8th, Pakistani regular soldiers crossed into Indian territory in Puch sector of Jammu and Kashmir and ambushed an Indian patrol, killing 2 soldiers, one of whom Lance Naik Hemraj was decapitated. One more mother loses her son for the country in a very brutal way. She receives his beheaded body, and our inhuman government is still being reluctant to be sensitive towards this poor family, instead furthering cultural and supporting ties with Pakistan. 26/11 Mumbai Terror Attack is another example of our nation's intelligence bureau's irresponsible action. On 18th November, 8 days prior to actual attack, the agency of American intelligence gave very detailed information to RAW, which was forwarded to IB the next day on 19th November. Looks like IB decided to sit on the information because the terrorist caught Western Naval Command and Maharashtra Government Anti-Terror Squad off guard. I read News in India Today, which was published on 30th March, actually yesterday. It was under caption, "The Sorry State of India's Intelligence. Lack of logistic infrastructure and government's will clip NIA's wing to fight terror." The National Investigation Agency, or the NIA, was formed after the Mumbai attacks in November 2008, specifically to probe and tackle terror-related cases in the country. But the 2 major terror attacks in Maharashtra post 26/11, Pune and Mumbai, were not handed over to the NIA. Ironically, both the investigation was led by the Anti-Terrorism Squad Chief Mr. Rakesh Maria, the IPS officer who is responsible for wrongful death of honest braveheart Mumbai police officers, Mr. Hemant Karkare, Mr. Ashok Kamte and Mr. Vijay Salaskar. Don't you think that suspicious? How could Mumbai Crime Branch and ATS investigation officers complete the said investigation when important evidence of, for instance, the bulletproof jacket which Officer Karkare at the time was wearing is still missing? How convenient for state government to misplace the recording file from Mantralaya. Maharashtra government failed to clear the suspicion surrounding Maria Saheb's involvement in Karkare Saheb, Kamte Saheb and Salaskar Saheb's wrongful death. Instead, awarded him with certificate of merit. IPS officers, namely Mr. Rakesh Maria, Mr. D. Shivanandan, Mr. K.P.Raghuvanshi, Mrs. Chandra Iyenger, are the pets of Home Minister Mr. R.R. Patil. These officers, including Home Minister, have been continued protecting my father's murderers and my brothers and my abusers. And actually that's how I involved myself in this fight against corruption back in 2003. Mr. Shivanandan and Mr. Maria further manipulated ambassador official Mr. Sanjay Sinha to falsely involve US Homeland Security Department against me under terrorist charge. Basically they framed me as being a terrorist. I mean, when I say they, specifically again D. Shivanandan, Sanjay Sinha, Rakesh Maria and Chandra Iyenger, in supervision or under India Ambassador Mrs. Meera Shankar back in October 2009. These IPS officers and couple of CBI officers have put my life and liberty in further danger in India and in US as well by refusing to act on investigation orders which were issued for them by Bombay High Court Judicature, Prime Minister Office and Internal Affairs Ministry between January 2010 and January 2012. As a daughter of Indian Army, Maharashtra Police Department, And as a victim of 26/11 Mumbai Terror Attack and being a human and constitutional rights activist, I am meeting Ambassador Mrs. Nirupama Rao next week at her Washington DC office. Behalf of Kaliya and Hemraj family and families of victims of Mumbai Terror Attack, I am adding few more requests to my existing requests. I would like actually my demands, or our demands I should say, because I am going to demand this behalf of, like I said, Hemraj, Kaliya families and victims of Mumbai terror attack, and behalf of families of Mr. Karkare, Mr. Kamte and Mr. Salaskar. PMO Prime Minister Office should order NIA to reinvestigate the 26/11 Mumbai attack in urgent manner. Prime Minister Office should order NIA to investigate wrongful death of officers Mr. Karkare, Mr. Kamte, Mr. Salaskar, and Prime Minister Office also should order them, besides doing this investigation in timely manner, they should bring all these responsible officials to justice as soon as possible. Having my third request, or our third demand is going to be Prime Minister Office should get UN, United Nations involved in approaching International Court of Justice with Captain Saurabh Kalia Naik Hemraj case. Prime Minister should compensate Hemraj's family and Saurabh's parents for court expense, because they had to go, it's so pathetic that they had to go to Supreme Court. So Supreme Court, I mean, their expectation was that Supreme Court should order Prime Minister or government that they should approach UN. How pathetic we can be, or how inhuman or unsensitive government and we as a citizen could be, I don't know. So our fourth demand should be for compensation, and you know what, I hope Indian government meet our demand as soon as possible, as it is overdue. Otherwise, I will be protesting front of Indian External Affairs Ministry Washington DC office next week till Prime Minister Office help us meet our demands. This time we don't want assurance on paper, but want related government officials to get in action to fulfill our demand. Thanking you all the viewers and our supporters for your time.